A crime scene unit rushing to meet police and EMS at a home in the 4900 block of Mallet Street in southeast Beaumont.
When officers arrived, they located a female and an injured male inside of a residence.
Officers finding a shocking scene inside the home. Outside, candy cane Christmas decorations, crime scene tape in front of them. A season of joy and giving, turning tragic.
These photos are from Christmas Day 2023, after a then 39-year-old Tiffany Guidry posted her son and the gifts he received. The post read, "Safe to say my little man enjoyed this Christmas." Her son Chris was all smiles while holding up his gifts, and I'm sure he was beyond grateful for everything his mother and others did for him. Chris was Tiffany's only child, and he was everything she could have asked for in a son and more. He was her why in life, and she enjoyed every moment of being a mother. Watching Chris grow into a loving and respectful young boy made her heart full, and she would do anything to give him the best and more. Well, Tiffany's heart desires to always be there for her one and only son would all change the day of December 24th, 2024, and Christmas 2023 would be the last Christmas, sadly, that Tiffany would be able to share with her son. Tiffany Guidry was described by loved ones as kind, patient, a great friend, a great listener, and a safe space for many. Growing up, Tiffany shared a special bond with both her mother and father and was their only daughter. She graduated high school in 2003 from Central High School in Beaumont, Texas. She excelled in band, where she was a drum major and played the clarinet. After school, she held different job positions, recently working as an office manager at New Path Family for over 4 years. At that job, she brightened the office with her smile, kindness, and unwavering positivity. Tiffany would end up leaving that place of employment to pursue new opportunities in August 2024 as a medical office manager at Wilson's Chiropractic. Back in August of 2015, Tiffany would give birth to her one and only son, who gave her a new sense of purpose in life. At the time she became a mother, she said that Chris came into her life when she needed love the most, and that love was felt from day one. Being a mother was her favorite job, and every birthday for her son was a big occasion. On December 17, 2024, Tiffany was so grateful to have reached a special big occasion herself. She had just turned 40 years old that day, and to show her appreciation for her special day, she wrote, "I would like to thank everyone who took their time to wish me a happy birthday. Words can't express the amount of love I felt yesterday. God blessed me to see 40 years on this earth, and He didn't have to do so. Thank you, thank you, thank you." Sadly, Tiffany would only experience being 40 for 1 week before a terrible incident would take place on Christmas Eve. Police would respond to a disturbance on the 4900 block of Mallet Street in Beaumont, Texas. Upon approaching the residence, a female's voice was heard yelling, "He's stabbing me." When law officials entered the home, within minutes they found Tiffany severely wounded, and she was pronounced unalive at the scene. 9-year-old Chris was also right there and explained to police that he was doing everything he could to save his mother's life. Tragically, her last declaration was screaming for help, but it was just too late when help arrived. Her baby unfortunately tried to be her hero in her last moments and had to watch his mother take her last breath. However, Tiffany was not the only one injured at the home, and a 36-year-old Alfred Washington Jr. also was taken to the hospital with a single stab wound, and he was listed in critical condition. During the investigation, before he was taken to the hospital, witnesses inside the home said that Alfred was the one who took Tiffany's life and then caused self-harm to himself. According to witnesses inside the residence, they also observed Alfred on top of Tiffany while holding a large knife in his hand, a short time before officers entered the residence. If and when he is released from the hospital, he will be headed straight to jail.
Breaking news out of Beaumont. Police say one person is and another hurt after a stabbing in the 4900 block of Mallet Street. We're told it began as a disturbance between family members.
BPD tells me that one woman is now and there's a man that was involved. He also received some stab wounds. But in the last hour here, I've been able to talk to more family. Of course, they're not comfortable, understandably, going on camera right now. I talked to the brother of the victim and the cousin of the male involved. They tell me that she was a hard worker. She was loved. She loved her son. He was 9, and he was also in the home and witnessed the They tell me that, the two would argue, but nothing was ever this bad. Neighbors have even told me, I talked to you earlier, that they've heard them arguing from the outside so bad where they were gonna go see what was going on in the home, but they didn't. This family just here at home celebrating Christmas Eve. BPD is still trying to work to find out the motive tonight of what happened in this case.
The even bigger issue is Alfred was already wanted earlier in the year for allegedly taking someone's life in Louisiana, where he is originally from. These are the details from that report. It was said that Alfred had a warrant for taking someone's life in Louisiana. He was spotted by police in the 500 block of Gulfway Drive in Port Arthur, Texas. Instead of stopping, he decided to take the police on a high-speed chase that Thursday, April 5, 2024. He was driving a GMC SUV and two other passengers were in the vehicle. The chase finally would end when Alfred wrecked the SUV in the 1300 block of Lakeview. Police swiftly detained him and the two other people at the scene, one of which was a 43-year-old woman and the other was a 49-year-old woman. The Port Arthur police also found Alfred was armed with a gun when they stopped him.
All new tonight, over in Port Arthur, police have arrested this man after he led officers on a chase today. Officers tried to pull over 36-year-old Alfred Washington Jr. on Gulfway Drive around 1 this afternoon. Police Chief Tim Durso says Washington sped off before eventually crashing on Lakeview Avenue. It turns out Washington had a murder warrant out of Louisiana. He and two women were arrested at the scene.
Now, it was not made clear why he was back on the streets so soon, but more than likely, he either bonded out or the case was dropped altogether. What is known is back in the day, Alfred did serve some time in jail and got out in November 2016. From Tiffany's social media, she does not share if the two were in a relationship still, but she appeared to have someone special in her life that she kept off the internet. In spite of who she was with, her life was tragically taken for no reason in such a horrible way.
Beaumont police revealing a man who was also stabbed as a suspect in the Christmas Eve at her home on Mallet Street. He was taken to Christus St. Elizabeth Hospital in critical condition. At this hour in police custody with doctors treating him. BPD saying once released, he's going to jail.
Well, police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the family and friends are talking with KFDM about why Tiffany Guidry meant so much to them.
Tiffany Guidry, a beloved mother, daughter, sister, niece, and friend, described by many as kind and giving. Dr. Carl Collins was her band director at Central High School.
Tiffany is the perfect person that you would want to have sitting next to you that would just be there for you whenever you needed someone just to talk to. She would listen. She would listen. She would give you the shirt off her back. If you needed something, she's like, hey, let me figure out what do you need to help you get through your day, to make your day better. That's the type of person she was.
Dr. Collins says she was like a daughter to him, and they always kept in touch.
Just try to celebrate and live in her spirit, man. You know, she's physically gone, but hey, we're going to celebrate Tiffany.
KFDM spoke with Tiffany's father, who says she was his only daughter, and he's heartbroken, still processing what's happened and taking care of her 9-year-old son, Chris.
Think of that child. Every Christmas from now on, Christmas is going to have a different meaning for that child.
Dr. Collins says Tiffany was very close with her family, especially her mother.
They were not only mother and daughter, they were best friends.
Tiffany was so cherished by all who knew her. She was the daddy's girl that spoke with her father multiple times a day, and he was her best friend. She knew love from a good man and was grateful that her son had him as a granddad. She once said that her son doesn't know how it feels not to be loved and never will as long as her father has breath in his body. It is such a blessing that she has that father to be there for her son, but that will never equal to the love that he was getting from his mother. Tiffany was truly one of a kind, upbeat, positive, and a pleasant person who kept a huge smile. Her clients at her job often remarked on how special she made them feel and how incredible she was to so many. My thoughts and prayers go out to her son, family, and to all of the many people who loved and knew her. Her life mattered, and she should still be here. So please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke, things change quickly.